Hey everybody, happy Monday to you. It's your buddy Choppadong. It is Monday, May 17th. Tax day. If you haven't filled them out, get on it. If not, a lot of you guys probably are holding back paying taxes on your DFS winnings, and that's a good thing, but it's also a big giant pain in the butt. Let's talk some baseball today. Let's talk a little bit of hot hitters. Let's talk some pitchers with good upside. Let's talk about maybe what teams we want to stack against, all that good stuff, and let's do it in about 5 or 7 minutes here. As always, this little bitty video is brought to you by DFSArmy.com, one-stop shopping, all things daily fantasy sports. While you're here, click the like and subscribe button. Get that content dropped to your phone each and every day. Also, consider becoming a VIP at DFSArmy.com, where you unlock every tool, every coach, every sport, every mode of winning possible. Every format, cash game, tournaments, showdown. It doesn't MME. It doesn't matter what you play. We've got the people in place to help you get better faster. It's what we do. That said, here's a quick way of showing you how we do what we do. We're going to dive in and we're going to talk main slate MLB. I use the Fanduel numbers. It doesn't matter. The only thing that really changes on this particular sheet, because I use the stats, the only thing that really changes is the projections and the value numbers and the ratings, all that kind of stuff. But to be honest with you, and I guess the salaries change, but that said, the stats don't change. So it doesn't matter which tab you use. I just like the FanDuel tab. It's blue, it's pretty, I don't know, whatever. But I start with the pitchers. I kick off the team that I'm looking at in terms of I only want the main slate guys. So I had to uncheck like the 640 game or something tonight. But the rest of the 8 games are on there. And that's all we're looking at. We'll start with this K-score. If you don't know what that is, K-score is simply strikeout potential. It shows me a high strikeout pitcher facing a team prone to strike out. The higher both teams rate on that scale, the better off that pitcher does, or the better position, the better matchup that pitcher is in. It's a sliding scale. You can have an average pitcher facing a very high strikeout team that becomes the highest strikeout potential pitcher on the slate that night. It's a sneaky way of finding great pitchers with upside for tournaments as well. But it'll almost always lock in the chalk with a Garrett Cole or somebody like that as well, because you'll find really quickly who those guys are on the slate. K's strikeouts are your friend when it comes to DFS MLB pitching. I think we all know that. I think we all understand that. They are your floor, they are your upside, they're everything. So we're looking for those matchups that are going to yield strikeouts. That's what this does. That's what this number does. Just all-inclusive number. Come down here, you can see who doesn't strike many people out. But quickly stated, Garrett Cole, Yu Darvish, Kikuchi, Buehler, Baumgartner, Walker, Alzolay, these are the guys that have the potential tonight to really pop off. Somebody else could, but generally your big numbers are going to come out of these guys. So all I need to do if I want to find the bats and which hitters I might want to look to stack today is flip it around, and let's use W score. That's WOBA. A pitcher that gives up a high WOBA is an important thing to know. And a team that hits for a high WOBA is an important thing to know. And when those two come together, it's like, what, oil and water. It doesn't mix. It leads to fireworks. It leads to explosions. It's like throwing water on your grease fire on the stove. It just splatters everywhere. When you have those, again, average matchups that go up against, let's say I have an average team, average offense in WOBA. They're just kind of okay. But they're facing a pitcher tonight that has a very high WOBA against. Well, that offense gets a boost. And that offense is going to be one to watch tonight, potentially, and one to stack your teams up with, or, line them up and knock them down. It's the way you're going to win these tournaments and position yourself to find those offenses. And again, many times, these teams slide under the radar. Let's see what we have tonight with the highest W scores possible. Since I'm looking on the pitchers tab, these are the pitchers, but these are the teams that I would want to be stacking. LA, New York, Chicago, New York, Seattle, San Diego, Atlanta, right? There aren't going to be many people probably on those Chicago White Sox. It just doesn't happen very often. Everybody loves the Yankees, but Seattle? They're in a good spot tonight. Now, can they do damage? I don't know. This number suggests their WOBA is high enough in comparison to the WOBA allowed of the pitcher they're facing to be dangerous. And that's what we're looking for. When you go into our leverage stacks tool later on today, when the ownerships populate, you might find those two teams generating some leverage. Now, how can I quickly in the next 2 minutes show you the hottest hitters in baseball? Because I've already found you 2 or 3, 4, 5 pitchers, 2, 3, 4, 5 offenses to look into stacking, right? in what? Under 5 minutes. Now, we go to the trends tab and we do the same thing. We knock those teams down. See, uncheck that team right there. And now we're dealing with only the 8 games on the main slate. I slide over here now. I've done a little change. If you've been following this, you know I like 14-day numbers, but I also like 7-day numbers. 7 days are the ultimate. And now that the season has gone a little bit, we've got good 30 and 14-day baseline numbers. Now I can start watching those 7-day numbers and really try to pick apart those guys that are really, really hot and are still have room to go. I look at an Aaron Judge. Has he been hot lately? I mean, sure, he's on the list on the 14-day list now, but it took him a while to get there. If you were watching the 7-day numbers, you would have found him faster. So that's what we're trying to do. We're going to get on him, and we're going to get off of him really, really quick. This list changes pretty quickly. The 14-day list doesn't change as often. But as you can see, I've cut it down to this many. This is 27. If you count them down to David Peralta, scroll up, there's David Peralta, and so down here it's 27 names. This is the top 27 hitters in baseball right now in my criteria, my terms. I took the 14-day WOBA trends and I cut it off at better than 399 or 400 or better. 400 is a elite WOBA number over a season. So if I want a hot hitter, he better be hitting over that, right? Because on shorter samples, you get these wicked numbers like an 800 almost for Aaron Judge, 650 for Max Muncy. You get these incredibly hot hitters, and these are guys we want to target for DFS purposes. So I've chopped down the 7-day numbers to 400 WOBA and 200 ISO, and I've come up with 27 hitters. All I need to do now, if I'm lining these up in my optimizers, is go ascending order and alphabetize them. And now I alphabetize my optimizer, and I can go down team by team by team, and I can give a projection boost to Peralta. It's the only Arizona Diamondback on the list. Then I've got 3 Atlanta guys, 2 Chicago guys, 3 Chicago White Sox, 1 Cleveland, 2 Colorado, 1 obviously in Coors. That's a good situation to be in. A Detroit guy, Angel, right? Notice that Mike Trout fell off this list. He's not hitting the cover off the ball like he was a month ago, right? So you're not playing him right now. He's overpriced for what he's doing. Can he be consistent? Yes. But is he bringing consistent value even with 18 to 20 points at a $5,000, $6,000 salary? Probably not. You're better off playing the cheaper guys that are hitting hotter and saving that money and spending it elsewhere. 2 Dodgers, 2 Yankees, a Padre, a Mariner, a Ranger, 3 Washington guys. These teams that have 3 hot hitters on them are also stackable when they find themselves in mediocre or good matchups. Because when a team is hot, it's momentum. A ball rolling downhill tends to stay rolling downhill, right? Object in motion, Newton's third law, all that crap, right? The point is, when you've got a core of players, you slap a boost on all of those hitters in those optimizers and get their projections up. If it changes projection from 15 to say 17 and a half, 18 points, then it's the optimizer is going to like him a little bit more. It's going to pull him into your lineups a little bit more often, and that's what you want. You want him to center your stacks. You want him to be your one-off when you're not using that offense as a stack. You want to find these guys, and you want to build as many of them into your lineups as possible. Because a hot hitter only needs to stay hot for one more day, and he helps your teammate. Now, he can cool off at any time, but that's anybody. He can get hot at any time. That's anybody. At least you've already got the indicator that he's already heating up. And that's the momentum you want to chase. So, 3, 4, 5 pitchers, 3, 4, 5 offenses, and 27 hot hitters. Your slate is done. Any of the analysis that you want to do is done. All you need to do is stack those teams, pick those pitchers, use these bats, and then whatever else the optimizers throw at you to make your lineups the rest of the way. That's it. So, I know it's a 10-minute video at this point. We did a lot of talking. Come and see us, dfsarmy.com. Learn how to use these tools. Open access to these tools for yourself so that you don't need me to release a video or not any given day. You have the control. You've learned the method. You can talk to me. I'll teach you the method. Simple. Very easy. Keep all of my stuff very, very simple for everybody. And I have produced winners. Our organization produces winners. It's that simple. Why? Because we know what we're doing. We know what we're talking about, and we know how to help you. Come inside and see us. Use the coupon code CHOP for watching the rest of this video, CHOP. Get a 10% off discount. Each and every month you remain a member. Why not, right? Friends don't let friends pay retail. Pretty simple. Pass me around on social media. That would be your best tip ever. Like and subscribe to the video while you're down there and get access to even more of these videos. Poke back through my timeline, find all the other videos that I've done. I love doing these little bitty quick hitters for everybody. It's a very easy way to help pay it forward to the rest of the industry and make everybody else a better player, because I've had a lot of help of my own along the way, and all I'm doing is passing the knowledge along. Peace out, homies. This has been Monday, May 17th. Go get your taxes done, and let's go play some baseball later tonight.